All right, let's get this out of the way first. When we say witch, what pops into your head? A cackling old lady flying on a broomstick, stirring a green potion, maybe shouting double, double toil and trouble? Yeah, that's pop culture talking, not reality. But the truth? It's way more interesting than that. The real OG witches. Let's rewind a few centuries. Before Netflix, before science, before people even washed their hands regularly. Back then, the word witch was often slapped on anyone, usually women, who acted differently or knew too much. A woman who healed with herbs? Witch. A midwife who delivered babies successfully? Witch. A widow living alone with cats? Definitely witch. The witch label became a fear weapon, something society used to control people. During the European witch hunts, 1400s, 1700s, around 50,000 people were executed for witchcraft. Spoiler: most of them were just unlucky humans caught in a mix of superstition, sexism, and political paranoia. So were witches real back then? In a sense, yeah. They were real people practicing folk medicine, astrology, and nature-based spirituality. The magic they did was the ancient version of what your grandma does with herbal tea and crystals. The witch makeover. Then came literature and art. Shakespeare, fairy tales, and eventually Hollywood. Witches went from healers to villains to icons. By the time The Wizard of Oz came around, we had the good witch and bad witch archetypes. Simple, dramatic, and perfect for stories. But witches didn't stay villains for long. By the late 20th century, the witch had a glow-up. She became a symbol of empowerment. Independent, intuitive, connected to nature, not needing anyone's approval. Shows like Charmed and Sabrina, and later The Witcher, made witchcraft cool again. Modern witches. Yes, they're a thing. Believe it or not, modern witchcraft is alive and well. It's not about summoning demons or cursing exes, well, mostly not. It's about connecting with nature, understanding energy, and living mindfully. Movements like Wicca and neo-paganism took the old nature-based rituals and reimagined them for modern life. Today's witches meditate under the moon, set intentions, and celebrate the seasons. Their spells are basically focused rituals for healing, self-growth, or protection. Kind of like spiritual goal-setting with candles and incense. Some witches are deeply spiritual. Others just vibe with the aesthetic. Tarot cards, moon journals, crystals, and vintage rings that feel magical. So, fact or fiction? Here's the deal. Fictional witches, the ones in fairy tales and horror movies, are creative exaggerations. Historical witches were real people persecuted for being different. Modern witches are real too, but their magic is more about spirituality, energy, and mindset than supernatural powers. So yeah, witches are real, just not the kind that fly. The real magic. At the end of the day, witch is just another word for a person who believes in unseen forces, nature, intuition, the universe, energy. Whether or not you buy into it, you can't deny one thing. Witches remind us that mystery still exists in a world obsessed with logic and science. And honestly, that's kind of magical.